We lost one of our former chairman of the board this past week, Bob Marshall. He gave many years of his life to service to our country and to our community, and we just want everyone to remember to keep his children in your prayers this week as they lost their mother earlier this year, and I believe their services are today if you have time to stop by and pay your condolences to the family. Bob was the chairman of the board when I worked at the chamber 16 years ago, and he always gave great guidance and experience to our community, and he's going to be missed. With that, we will move on. Any first-time members or guests?
I have a guest. This is Larkin McKinney Campbell. This is Jamie and Trevor Campbell's youngest out of 4 children. She spends a couple days with us. Her other grandpa's here, Craig Campbell. Welcome.
You got some goodies. Other guests or new members? If not, we'll take announcements for $1.
Hi, I'm Dave Gill from the Beacon. I'm the Beacon Director. We help people in the community on low income people with food twice a month. We also help them with personal hygiene items and stuff. We also receive food from Walmart 3 times a week through the America program, and which our clients can come in and shop, and that is generally from about 10:30 to 11:30. We're starting to do our new drive October 16th to the 27th for the new Beacon card, which people will sign up for Adopt a Child program and the Elks program, which we do that at Community Christian Church. On the Adopt a Child program will be on December the 15th. We give out food baskets and the generosity of the community through people helping provide gifts for children. And the Elks Club has been so generous over the last years to help families without children. We're open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 1. If you have any questions, we'd be glad to help. We are continually growing. We are getting about 15 new families a month, and we serve over 300 families a month in the community. And we help people with rent and utilities, basically because of the Hack Foundation and the Bourbon County Coalition. We receive a monthly allotment through them to help people in need. Anybody have any questions? I'd be glad to try to answer them for you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Other announcements?
It's a hard one to follow. I'd like to say thank you, or not like to, I will say thank you to everybody in the community and all the organizations and the chamber for all the help in making a successful naturalization ceremony on the 14th. We were the host to naturalizing 95 new citizens out of 36 different countries. A yearly event, but it couldn't happen without the community. So thank you guys very, very much. A few things coming up towards the end of the month. On the 28th, we're doing our next Star Party out at the park. Check our Facebook and webpage, and we'll have a news release out about that. If you want to come out, bring flashlights with red cellophane, or we have some red cellophane to put over there so you can keep your night vision. Just right after that is going to be Murder and Mayhem in the Park. We're going to do candlelight walking tours, candle lantern walking tours, talking about different murders and mayhems that have happened at Fort Scott. And that's on Halloween night. Then the next day, candlelight tour tickets go on sale. So call the visitor center, stop by the visitor center, and we'll get you tickets to the 42nd annual candlelight tour. Thank you. Enjoy your national park.
Other announcements?
I want to second her comments about Bob Marshall. Seemed like when I first moved here, they were so big, and his farm was the first person I met when I moved here. So losing both of them within a couple months, and I believe, if I remember right, it's in a year losing Alan. It's pretty rough. And those of you who have stepped up, and I'm not one of them, have to say thank you for stepping up and taking over and moving on, because that's what they would have wanted. And And having said that, I'm Carol from Briggs, and my company sells cars, and if you want to come out and watch us do it, we can sell you. Thank you.
Carol.
I'm Del Parks, and I am a member of the Daughters of the Nile. If you don't know what that is, that's the kind of the women's part of the shrine. And we are going to be having a craft show in Pittsburgh at the Shrine Temple, the 21st of October. So we'd like you all to come out and see all the crafters that are going to be there. We have the whole downstairs is going to be full of vendors. So come on out and see us on the 21st of October. All of our proceeds go to help the Shriners Children's Hospital. So, thank you.
I got you. Kurt Sharp, Gordon Parks Museum, this weekend, we're going to remind everybody about the upcoming celebration next week. It's 3 days full of exciting events. I'll go through the gamut, it's gonna take me a minute, but some of the big things are gonna happen. We're gonna have the lunch and learn events with the photographer, professor, talk about the collaboration. One's gonna be talking about the collaboration with Langston Hughes, the friendship that Gordon had. One's gonna show this showcase, and we'll have we'll probably have the most photographs we ever had at the celebration. We'll have a lot of photographs or images of Fort Scott, so come to the celebration and look at some familiar faces that I'm sure you may see on the board, and also businesses too as well. And so we're gonna have the honorees, gonna have a conversation on that Friday at 10 o'clock. Before that, we're gonna have a presentation on Gordon Park's friendship with Muhammad Ali. And so, and the connection that they had when he covered him for Life magazine twice. And then, don't forget, we have plenty of tickets still available for the Kansas City All-Stars performance. That's going to happen next Friday at the River Room. Doors open at 6:30, and also the performance starts at 7:30. Come early, go to get your barbecue from Brick Street Barbecue and walk on up the steps, and then we'll have some people there that you want to order too in the kitchen too as well. The band is phenomenal. They are the official band for Kansas City Chiefs, and they also been voted 4 times in a row, 4 years in a row, the best band in Kansas City. So come and get your groove on, dance steps, sit in the chair, tap your toe, whatever you want to do. And then also we have the great presentation with the history of the Pilot School and the reunion of some of the former, the Pilot School and the Hawkins School, and the reunion of some of the former students that attended that school. So there's a lot going on. Not too late to get your tickets now, or register and get your tickets. And thank you to all the area business sponsors, organizations, individuals, because we could not do this without your all support. So thank you.
Good morning. Greg Campbell with Video Action Team. I wanted to just let you guys know some volunteer activities that have gone on in just the last 10 days here in Fort Scott to make Fort Scott a little bit better place. I had to write them down. A week ago Monday, the Kiwanis group, there was 3 guys that got out and painted the 3rd and final bridge at Nelson Park. About 4 o'clock a week ago Monday, 20 softball players from the community college showed up and painted a fairly good-sized house for a widow lady. Did it about an hour and a half. They had a lot of paint on themselves too, but they went ahead and painted the house. About an hour and a half. We did not let them get on tall ladders. That woke me up in the middle of the night thinking about that. So we had a couple of gentlemen come back, one last Thursday and one this past Monday, and we finished up the house with the high ladder work. We had a group a week ago Monday that cleaned up a yard in a fairly high-profile part of town. Took off about 4 trailer loads of yard debris and household trash and got that all spiffed up. Saturday was amazing. The value merchandising associated with wholesale grocers, value merchandising said we're going to have 12 people and we're going to paint the light poles at Scuba's Plaza, and they painted them up to the first joint, which is about 9 feet high. Looks absolutely amazing. City will go ahead and paint the rest of them here pretty quick, but there was supposed to be 12, ended up being 20, and they got that done real quick. And like I say, if you have a chance, go down and just look at the first joint there on the flagpoles. It's a Chris Chappell. He's one of my new favorite guys because he's an organized event. This guy had it down to just a fine science. And then the other thing, Alan Shellac and with Compassion Ministries and the Red Kettle, the
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army. I'm so nervous. Salvation Army. He reminded me that in 7 weeks it's time to start ringing bells again, and I'd like for you guys to think about having your friends and your organizations take the time to ring the bells. Alan and I are going to brainstorm some ideas. Maybe you can rent Santa Claus and Santa Claus's wife, and maybe even Santa Claus's little 2-year-old misbehaving puppy to come out and ring in your behalf. If you don't have time to do it yourself, you could rent Santa Claus and he could go out and ring for you, or she. So any questions, we'll get with each and every one of you. Thanks.
Is it just so happens, isn't it true that you have a Santa Claus outfit?
It's rumor. Yes.
Last year Santa knew my son's name and he couldn't believe it when he walked into Walmart and he said, "How did he know my name?" And my husband says, "Well, he's Santa Claus." Thank you, Craig.
Good morning, Fort Scott.
Good morning, Jackson.
Jackson, that's hard. The city of Fort Scott, visit Fort Scott. First, I want to echo those sentiments about Bob and Judy Marshall. Whenever I was brand new to town, I would go to the New Grill for lunch occasionally, and they were always some of the first people to greet me and visit with me, make me not feel alone whenever I was having lunch. And as a matter of fact, I always told people I don't go there for the food, I went there for the entertainment of Bob and Judy. But they will surely be missed. Anyone here from Care to Share? I don't want to step on toes, but I did want to remind you, this Friday and Saturday, big activities in Fort Scott. Of course, Friday night, the kickoff to the Fort Fest Blues Festival will be in front of Sharky's. There will be a street dance. We're going to block off the street. I believe that starts at 7 o'clock and features DJ Brown, the Bergen County Revival, and then Left of Center with Lori Hickson takes the stage immediately after that. Saturday is the big day, and it's going to be a fantastic event. Most of it starts around noon, and we'll have live bands, some amazing blues musicians, but at 1 o'clock, Howard Mahon Band, the incredibly talented Sister Lucille Band will take the stage at 3, the Arkansas Brothers at 5, and then Divas on Fire will heat up the stage at 7 o'clock. So if you're early to bed like me, we'll be out of there by 9:30. So that's fantastic. Other activities that day, of course, it's all family friendly, arts and crafts. They're going to have a lot of food vendors, a car show, barbecue contest, cornhole tournament, a beer tent, all sorts of stuff. I can't even tell you all of it, but it's all to benefit Care to Share, cancer support organization. So I invite you to come out Friday evening and then Saturday from noon till probably 9. There'll be some fantastic blues bands, a lot of fun. They're at Riverfront Park right here in Fort Scott. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Brian Holt with Union State Bank. Just a reminder, in 2 weeks on October 12th, starting at 5:15, the bank is hosting a chamber after hours. That'll be at the Empress Event Center. We're going to have our friend Dr. Toby Jotlin's going to do a brief, like 30-minute presentation on strategic planning for your small business. I think it's going to be really beneficial. So if you own a business or know somebody that owns a business, please help spread the word. He'll present for about 30 minutes. We'll have some heavy hors d'oeuvres, some drinks, so hope to see you there. That is October 12th, Empress Event Center, and it starts at 5:15.
when I was able to sat with Bob and Judy, and we went through the whole time there, and when we left, Bob and I agreed that we would just agree to disagree on who the best team was. And as I left, he goes, "But it's mine." But we always had a good chuckle every time he saw me. He was like, "You're that Mizzou guy." So, I want to come up here and announce that on December 30th, it's a Saturday, Ready will have its first annual gala event. We wanted to do something to take out the new year and thank everyone for all their hard work and dedication to Bourbon County and this community. So we're going to do it on December 30th instead of 31st because New Year's Eve is Sunday, and so. But we're going to, all money, all proceeds that we raise is going to go to a local charity in our community. So we are not taking and keeping any of the money. We are going to give that on to a local a need in our county. So, and then we should have that need announced soon. But I just wanted to mark it on your calendar. It's going to be a fun event. We'll have heavy hors d'oeuvres, a band as well. And just a time for all of us to get together and celebrate the great things that's happened in this community for the last year and give back. So, and the other thing I want to say is because I think a lot of it gets caught up because there's so much to do next week. Pioneer Harvest and Gordon Parks, but it is homecoming week. So the Tigers welcome the Chinook Comets on next Friday for homecoming. It's going to be a tough game, but we are playing very well this year. And so please remember, it is homecoming, so bring your Tiger spirit. Come to the game. If you don't go to the concert or whatever, please come to the game. I need other people than me to be loud and obnoxious, I guess. Cheer on your Tigers because these boys are really working hard and playing hard. And they had a really tough, close nail-biter at Pittsburgh last week. It was hard fought in more ways than others. They did lose, but they did play hard. And I think it's going to be a good season. So remember, next week is homecoming. We're going to try to do a bonfire Thursday night, hosted out at Legacy, out at the hospital parking lot for the first time, I don't know, ever, maybe. But we're going to try to do a bonfire Thursday night to kind of get the kids pumped up, and then Friday, all the festivities there. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Just 21 more. Good morning, Fort Scott. Good morning.
Thank you, sir.
So, to echo one thing here, so Senator Marshall, full bird Colonel, Marine Corps, United States of America, Bob Marshall's ceremonies today. So at 11 a.m. is the funeral, 10 a.m. is the visitation, if you're able to make it, and honor him and Judy. I would like to talk about this Friday night from 5 to 7 p.m. So at 7 you can leave and go for the festivities downtown. The Knights of Columbus will be having their first chicken fried steak dinner. That means it's beef. Chicken fried steak is actually beef. Some people have said, what kind of chicken is it? Okay. So, I didn't start the term. I don't know where it came from. Any history?
Lab grown beef.
Yeah. Beef. Yes. Whenever Martin's here, you have to echo that. Beef. We have a small little thing here called the Seal Barn, which benefits all of Southeast Kansas. Anyhow, 5 to 7 p.m. Friday night. And we also have a 1929 Model A Ford. We still have some tickets left. It's a Model A Deluxe. It has the rumble seat in the back, so if you want to tool around and throw grandma and grandpa or the kids in the back, you can do that. It's bright yellow. It's really cool. So anyhow, tickets are only $100. I say only. Maybe one or two of you in this room have purchased a ticket or 2 or 3 or 500 for the lottery. With 0 return, you have a 1 in 400 chance as a 1 in 4 billion chance for the lottery. So anyhow, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. Other announcements? If not, I'll turn it over to Lindsay with chamber announcements.
Bob's getting lots of publicity today and very well deserved. I just want to mention they've been awesome community members, long they recognized him over the air at the stadium and recognized our Bob Marshall, and as a sport athlete, I believe, at KU and football player, and so that was really cool on Saturday. Anyways, we have our fall festival was last Thursday. Thank you all for coming out. I believe our stores thought it was a great success, and thank you to Stephen Marcy Williams. I know it's a lot of effort bringing their horses to town and the Hirac ride, but I believe we had 200, or Mary worked the Hirac rides for us, about 200 people ride, and so it was awesome. The Scarecrow Contest, Angie Dons won the business competition sponsored by Keith. Chris is here somewhere. We extended the individual and family deadline to October 2nd till Monday. So over the weekend, work on your scarecrows and get one entered at the chamber. You can win gift certificates to use on the key on the website or whatever you'd like. And so thank you to Key for sponsoring that. So by Monday, get working on your scarecrow. And then this Saturday is the Kansas Rocks Recreation Park 20th Anniversary Chamber Coffee. So special coffee this Saturday morning. It starts at 8:30. You'll need to leave town shortly after 8. It takes about 20-25 minutes to get up there by Mapleton. So bring your spouse, your family. You're welcome to bring them. If you plan on taking a short ride to see what the trails are like in a Jeep or off-road vehicle that they will provide, there is a registration link on our website. I mean, it's all free, but they just want an idea of how many people to expect taking rides. So again, 8:30 this Saturday, we would love to have some of you there. And then Brian mentioned the Union State Bank after hours on October 12th. We have Mill Creek Vet Clinic, they're on National, they're after hours October 19th, the following Thursday. And then the candidate forum with our moderator and the Mark's moderating one the next night in Uniontown. Is that
Yes.
correct? Yes. So candidate forum's coming up October 25th, hosted by the Chamber at the Ellis Fine Arts Center. And then there's one hosted in Uniontown just for USD 235 and the college the next evening on that. So, and then the Halloween parade, Emily sent out several emails, but it will be Saturday, October 28th. We've been having 600 plus children plus their families turn out. And so taking sponsorships, donations towards the supplies. We provide a free lunch after they trick or treat Main Street. And then also Manufacturing Day, we're going to be hosting, just want to start getting the word out, Wednesday, November 8th. We're hosting Manufacturing Day where we're inviting area schools to come. We last did this in 2019 before COVID. We had about 200 area students come tour. About 6 of our local manufacturers, serve them complimentary grab-and-go breakfast and lunch. But if you know of any area schools, not in Fort Scott, Bourbon County, I've emailed a lot of them that have participated in the past. But if you know of any kids or even homeschool kids that want to get exposed to our career opportunities here in Fort Scott, there is now a registration link live on our website where they can register, and it's open to community members as well. So I believe that's all. A lot going on.
A lot going on. So with that, I will turn it over to Craig Shackles, the president of the Pioneer Harvest Fiesta.
As you said, my name's Craig Shackles. Dell asked me this morning, you do know you're supposed to say something this morning, so I didn't get up and drive an hour and a half to not probably say something or other. But yeah, I live in Baldwin, Missouri, and I'm the president of this organization, which I don't know what sense that really makes, but it seems to be working right now. Our weekend, coming up as Pioneer Harvest Fiesta will start out with a parade downtown, and on Thursday night, and then I think we've at least got 100 kids coming on Friday.
We have 100 right now. I've got 2 other schools that I need to talk to.
So we're going to have, educational part. We are in live education on what agriculture was back in the turn of the century, in the 1800s up to, the 30s and 40s. So you can go out there and actually see things that are actually happening and not, you're reading books about history of agriculture and stuff. But you're gonna actually get to see, you know, machines work with the thresh machine out there, the sawmill, the 50-horse case, steam traction engine will be, you know, running on the ground, actually operating the steam engine. Jim Kimmer's, corn sheller will be out there. You can see that big monster, run. We'll have rock crusher out there. Lots of activities for the kids. We've got, corn shellers. The kids can put the corn in, you know, get corn in there and turn the handle and shell the corn out. They seem to love that. And, we need lots of help. So if anybody wants to come and help, you know, we could, you can hop on the wagon and throw bundles into the thrash machine and actually, we'll put you to work if you're really willing to do something, try to get a little dirty. But anyway, want everybody that's here actually to come out there. I mean, I don't know what else you can have for a whole weekend for $5. All it costs is $5 to participate the whole weekend and come out there and see. We've got the quilt show. That'll be actually outside the area. And then on Saturday, we're having a car show. Now, people have been saying, well, I don't know whether I'll bring my car out there, I'll get dirty. No, we're going to have it across the ditch on Pioneer Harvest's actual property, which is north of the ditch or where the sawmill is at, between there and the little cornfield that we keep trying to plant that don't really seem to be doing too good. But anyway. So we'll have cars out there on the grass. I've mowed brought my mower over here 3 times and mowed that whole area there where we're going to have the car show, so it looks like a yard and not a field. So, you know, try to keep people's cars, you know, clean, and people come out there and look at the cars and stuff, and we'll give some awards out for best of show and, you know, best car and all this kind of stuff. So there's all kinds of activities. Come out and watch the machines work. And try to protect, you know, participate. We'll have vendors out there with things to sell and demonstrations of other sorts and stuff. So, any questions?
We have food vendors out there.
Yes.
Don't forget your $5 also pays for your bean feed Friday night.
Yes.
We have a bean feed Friday night.
And those beans are good.
Yeah, and if you've got a button, just you
Rex
come on in
is
and eat
really good.
beans.
That's,
Yeah.
I've been cooking beans since 2006, we haven't lost anybody yet.
you can add cornbread with that too.
Yes, we've
Yeah.
made lots of cornbread.
Yeah. So.
Do you have other board members here?
Well, actually, Dell is our treasurer, and our secretary is,
Betsy.
yeah,
Reed,
Betsy, and of course, she's out, you know, Dr.
And Larry Richard is vice president.
Yeah, Larry is, so.
And we have several members here this morning. Some of us have on shirts, some of us don't.
And we're selling the shirts. If you want to buy a shirt, and we don't, you know, we've got,
We've got something to give away today.
Black, dark gray, there's 4 different colors, and there's also, our featured tractor this year is Alice Chalmers, so that's why you've got orange on there. And, anybody ridden a steam engine? Malachi Smith is our engineer that's actually doing most of the operating, even though I'm also licensed by the state of Kansas to operate a steam engine. It's been inspected, it passed, so it will be running on the grounds all over the place. So Malachi, if you know, give him a little wave and he'll let you hop on and we'll give you a ride around the grounds on the steam engine. So, you know, it was built in 1915, so the thing is over 100 years old and it's still operating. You know, what have you bought this year that's still going to be operating in it? They're certainly operating.
You have a drawing?
Yeah, you want
I'll let you draw.
okay. Rob.
Come on. So we'll have calendars, shirts, hats, and pins to choose from.
You get a calendar with that.
Emily.
Like,
Yeah.
it says Clemson.
If you want a different size on the shirt, just bring it to me and I'll get you a different size.
We got boxes of them in our
I should have taken it now.
Yeah, see, I told you.
And there it
He
is.
was bargaining with you, I made some money off of it. Put it on there.
Abby Stryler.
That's it.
Looking good.
Two more. Jill, I'm not gonna.
George.
That my dad loves tractors.
One of them names people like to mispronounce it. And,
And Joe Fritter.
Joey.
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 Sorry, see ya.
okay.
All right. Well, thank you for hosting this morning. We hope everybody takes an opportunity to come out. I know my kids, all my kids have come out on their school field trip and they talk about it for days. You have one more thing?
Yeah, if I could. I wanted to add, if that's okay.
Yes, yes.
Craig did a nice job of, talking all the stuff going on at the Harvest Fiesta. I'm just a member, but I help every year with the volunteer process of doing the threshing, the baling, different parts of the demonstrations. And just wanted to reinforce what he said. Any of you want to join in, or you have, a younger generation that like to participate and see what it's like, what it used to be like when you got out together and threw the straw and you got to sweat and, be part of a group working together. It's kind of fun. But also, I know Craig and the club are looking for ways to interact with other organizations in the community that kind of help preserve the heritage. So, if you think of something in your organization that we can do together, we're always trying to think of things that helps the community, but not just as a standalone organization or event that can help the whole community.
Thank you. Next week, we're at the Gordon Park Center. And with that,